Today let's learn about hydrogen bonding. Okay, so hydrogen bonds in water are a direct consequence of polar covalent bonds within the water molecule, right? So to understand that, we have to explore how covalent bonding works. So first we have to learn about the covalent bond. So what is the relation between polarity and covalent bonds? The covalent bond involving the sharing of electron between atom, sharing of electron between the atom, right? So this sharing can be either equal or unequal. So this can be either equal or unequal. When electrons are shared equally, it results in a non-polar covalent bond. Okay. So when equal sharing is there, it will form a non-polar covalent bonds. In this case, there is no overall charge, meaning the molecule has a net charge of zero. Okay. And what about unequal sharing? When electrons are shared unequally, a polar covalent bond is formed. Okay. So when the sharing is unequal, a polar covalent bond is formed. This happens when one atom pulls electron more strongly than the other. So one atom pulls the other one more strongly, right? So what is polar covalent bonds? So it occurs when one atom attracts electron more strongly than the other. Right. That is how the unequal sharing occurs. So this will lead to a partial negative charge. That is delta negative. Right. The atom with the higher electron density get a partial negative charge. So on the more electron negative atom. Then atom with a lower electron density, right, or the less electronegative atom, it will form a partial positive charge. Okay, partial positive charge. As a result, what happens? The molecule has regions with the different charges, and that is what we call as polarity. Right. So polar covalent bonds create different charges at different locations within a molecule. This uneven distribution of charge is called the polarity, and it influences the molecule's physical and chemical properties. Right. So let's see the polarity in water molecules. Okay. Polarity in water molecules. So you can see here we have oxygen with the delta negative and hydrogen with the delta positive, right? So in water, what is happening? Oxygen attracts electrons, right, more strongly than hydrogen. So it creates delta negative on oxygen and delta positive on hydrogen. So therefore, water is a polar molecule. So water is a polar molecule, right? So when polar molecules come near each other, their opposite charge attract temporarily. And these attractions are known as intermolecular interactions. So that is what we call as intermolecular attractions or forces. So polar molecules attract each other due to opposite charges, right? So these attractions are weaker than covalent bonds, but significant when many occur together, right? So even though these forces are much weaker than covalent bonds, they become significant when millions of interactions occur simultaneously, right? Now, the hydrogen bonds. What are hydrogen bonds? A hydrogen bond is a specific type of intermolecular attraction. Okay, so hydrogen bond is a special type of intermolecular force. It occurs when hydrogen is covalently bonded to oxygen or nitrogen. So when does it occur? It occurs when hydrogen is covalently bonded to oxygen or nitrogen. Right. So in such bonds, atom become partially charged due to polarity, right? So the partially positive hydrogen is attracted to partially negative atom in the another molecule, right? So this allows the partially positive hydrogen to be attracted to a partially negative atom in another molecule. It forms a hydrogen bond, right? Now let's see how hydrogen bonding is occurring in water, right? So in water, oxygen attracts electrons more strongly than the hydrogen, making the molecule polar. So the attraction between oxygen and hydrogen, right, that makes the water molecule polar. This polarity allows hydrogen bonds to form between water molecules. So this is one water molecule and this is another water. So this polarity will let hydrogen to form a bond between the water molecules. Okay. So that is why water molecules are connected to each other. Right. So hydrogen bond between the water molecules are due to polarity, and this link must this bond when you check this link multiple water molecules together, and these are the strongest type of intermolecular force. So these are the strongest type of intermolecular force. So this is how the water is formed using hydrogen and oxygen, and that is why the water is polar. Okay, thanks for watching.